Hey, y'all, gravity. Any day above ground, live it. Hope everyone's doing well this morning. Great start to the weekend because you're here. Oh, yeah. It's only been 20 days, family, 20 days. Do y'all understand that in 1 year's time, somebody's going to be either getting re-inaugurated or somebody new is going to be inaugurated, taking over the country for 4 years? I know time moves. But in that time, we're going to make sure you have all the weapons you need to make informed decisions, even if you're going to, as Brother Great Black Shark says, be part of the Couchington contingent. You can't say that New Black Media did not help you. Can't say that. Do not say that, because we are doing everything we can despite how YouTube tries to silence us. But this morning, family, as I told you yesterday, we're going to talk about the white electorate. Now, I know we do this a lot on here, but we're going to give you real world examples, and I have 4 of them, of why I play this particular clip on a very regular basis. And this is a remix, by the way.
After 2 seconds, 1 second.
That's right, family. The white vote will doom us all. EH, good. I'm glad you're here. You seem new and you seem white. You're going to learn today. I hope you stay and you learn, because some of your compatriots that of your skin tone and what's the word? Possible ethnicity, nationality, maybe, but mindset. They embarrassed you, and I need you to, because we're going to show their Twitter handles. Maybe you go on there and you help them. I'm sure it is, because this is who he aspires to be. This is his inspiration. It's okay. We're going to let him rock. We're going to teach him. But let's begin and see who's in the room. We already said hi to the white man. Jerry Bradford, good morning. Ty Quinn Campbell, good morning. Brother Torian Rain, good morning. Miss Nisi, good morning. Antithesis, good morning. I'm sure it's warmer down where you're at than I am, and I don't like it. Jerry Bedford, thank you for the $10 super chat. Starting off, and I ain't even really saying nothing yet, but we're going to get into some good information this morning. Thank you again. Sybil, good morning. We already said hi to the white man, like we said. Shamika Gray, good morning. You don't skate like that, you smooth? All right, well, listen, she was trying to impress, and now she's going to have to pay for that trophy display case, but that's okay. Black Manta 777, good morning. Vincent Taylor, good morning. Yes, make sure y'all click the like and M each. I'm sorry if I messed that up, but you seem new, but welcome. Okay, here we go. Here we go. You saw a little preview of what we said, of what I was going to show you. This is number 1. Now, ironically, everything that I'm going to show you stemmed from that post about the Asians suing the STEM program in New York. Oh, they went outside, the Kardashians. Oh, they were upset. But there's going to be something that I want y'all to see in these 3 interactions. I want to see if somebody's going to peep it. So we're going to begin with this one.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
So as you can see, this is the post from the New York Post. This was about the STEM program, and they're saying that whites and Asians were being discriminated against, which, again, we broke down the other day when we said, how could they have discriminated when for years this program was going on and they had either equal or similar requirements and nobody said a word when they got denied? But of course, we also pointed out that affirmative action, this is the only reason why they said something now. And again, we told you this months ago that was going to trickle down to everything. But of course, nobody, they think we're the low IQ people and we don't know what we're talking about. Okay, fine. We too woke. All right. So here was my response. I said, shouldn't have ended affirmative action. Almost like people told you situations like this would happen. Interaction number one. This person, now we're gonna take a look, calling himself Brownie Terror. Okay. Some people call me Iconic. You can call me Bluey Terror. Hold on. Wifey, what did I tell you about them white people gonna weaponize Bluey? What did I tell you? She smiled. She understands. And for those who don't know what Bluey is, it's an Australian cartoon that's on Disney Plus. My daughter likes it, but of course, you know what's about to happen. White people about to take Bluey and they're gonna weaponize it like they did Pepe the Frog. But okay, we continue. So this person said, ending affirmative action is the first step. Suing to stop the cheating is the second step. Do try to keep up. I love how somebody running backwards is telling me to keep up when I'm 7 lengths ahead of them. But okay, sure. So I said, ma'am, Asians have been caught cheating on entrance exams at a very big clip. AA benefited white women the most. Suing does nothing but transfer resources. I'm going to save that one because it was an interesting interaction that I had in there. And I told him I broke it down. So this person said, this program is part of affirmative action. It's been around for 40 years. I'm assuming you didn't read the article. I think he knows the answer to that because I told it to him. I read it to my crowd on YouTube and broke it down. So this lady said affirmative action was never meant for BIPOC. I didn't even realize we're still trying to revive this in 2024, but okay. Its fundamentals were redressed for Jim Crow. So he said redress for Jim Crow isn't meant for black people. I'm not following. So he said, so she said, is BIPOC solely black? Huh? You're saying indigenous people weren't included? They definitely were. And they just started arguing. So whatever. I left them alone because I don't want to. How can it be part of a thing that no longer exists? The Supreme Court case did not immediately end all affirmative action programs. It only ruled against the ones referenced in that particular case, Harvard, etc. Court cases like this, based on the ruling, on what will actually end affirmative action programs. Okay. Again, BIPOC is Black Indigenous People of Color. Wait for this. Now, he said it's not going to immediately end all affirmative action programs. It's almost like we told you this months ago that it was going to trickle down to everything else. Okay, here's where we're going to start. Mr. White Man, you do realize that if your assertion is correct and they get rid of all these programs that are meant to benefit Black people, Latinos, hell, even the AAPI, indigenous folk, Native Americans, anybody that's color, not white, you do realize that you could have a white society again. That's great. You're going to have a lack of talent because we have seen how your companies function when you don't have adequate Black talent. We've seen this. Oh, you don't believe me? Okay, let's play the game. How did Hollywood do when y'all started playing British maneuvers like you played the game of Risk? How did that work? How did that work when you started taking the Black American talent and you shoved them away for British talent because they work cheaper? Hold on 1 second. Who the hell is calling me this? My fault. Okay. Another person. Oh, so y'all really don't know what BIPOC is. Okay. We'll put that in the chat while I talk. So how did that work out? When you tried to play with the cousins? Nobody started going back to the theaters. Now did they? People were losing money. Studios started losing money. Yeah, we like Tom Holland as Spider-Man, but we ain't checking for him in nothing else. Yeah, you had what the David dude. Yeah, you had him in all the movies and nobody's watching. Issa Rae just lost her show on HBO Max. See what happens when you ignore an electorate? An electorate tells you, oh, here we go. We're gonna start again. Oh, is Trump paying you? Oh, what happened? Your old lady didn't turn over this morning and get some. She wouldn't let you get none because you didn't pay the heat bill. It's okay. It's okay. We finna help you. Give me a cash app. I'll get you one of them heating blankets. We're gonna help you. But you know what? I'm petty this morning, so we're gonna get it off Temu. We're gonna get. You're not worth Amazon. So give me a cash app. I'll get you one of those. I'm sure I could get it for 99% off. And I'm sure when you plug it in, it'll shut down your whole grid. But we're gonna be nice. So who wants to chip in the? It was 99 off. I think it was about $3.74. Who wants to chip in for that? Let's help the critter. Anyway, back to this. It's funny that they keep talking about affirmative action, but family, remember, didn't they say affirmative action was going to level the playing field? Didn't Diane Yap tell us that Asians can compete with the best of them and the best of us? So the ending of these affirmative action programs should not bother you in any way. They love to tell us about meritocracy because they really think the government is about meritocracy. I mean, these are the same folks that voted for George Bush Sr. and George Bush Jr. Jr. more egregiously. I mean, this is the same electorate that were outside doing plantation jubilees and having square dances when Donald Trump got in. But now they don't want, they want to argue with everybody when people are like, listen, y'all can say Trump did some good things, but he did some bad things too. Why don't y'all sit up there? DEI. Same group that can't tell you what DEI is. The first within the first 5 words, it's black. Like, black people benefit from DEI. Please tell me where this happens at. But okay. We move on. You know you did something right when you take the Kardashians and they just lose their mind. Here we go. Someone didn't bother to read the article. Again, the article was about a STEM program that included every race of kid. It was supposed to benefit and level the playing field, give everybody equal opportunities. You're celebrating Asian people and probably their cohorts over there. Oh shit! You know what? I forgot to go live on Instagram. Hold on, I just did that real quick. Sorry about that, Instagram, but you can enjoy. You guys are gonna be hella late though. Yeah, you have a program that is open to every student in New York City within a certain age range, and you literally are telling me that I didn't read an article that cited affirmative action, and you're trying to tell me I didn't bother to read it because I said you shouldn't have ended it. Because again, it wasn't us that ended it. It was Kenny Zhu and the AAPI and Ed Blum and them folk. That was them that did it, not us. We gave a damn. We're like, it don't benefit us anyway, so what's the point in arguing over it? But okay. He said, I didn't read the article. Of course, because this is how they get down. I didn't read the article. All right. Where is it? Maybe I might have went back. Okay, here we go. Let's go back to that. Someone didn't bother to read the article. Someone did. Gave him the link. Literally broke it down. It was a beautiful read. We had fun in there. We played clips. So I said, you do know they mentioned affirmative action in it, right? He said, you do know the policy being challenged here has been in place for decades, right? So not sure what situations like this would happen you're referring to. I said, okay, the Black intellectual community has told the world for decades, we don't benefit from AA. No one listened. Last June, we watched the fall happen, and I meant to say who was, but who was the most outraged? AAPI. I broke down how this would affect them step by step on YouTube, and it's happening. So then he said, does it really seem like AAPI were the most outraged? Per this poll, Black Americans seem to be. Okay, I need y'all to watch out for this, family. When they start telling you polls, they already lost. They have no more arguments, especially when they use polls that are going to make us look bad. They've already lost. I'm not saying that you can't use polls to further your argument, but you do not use polls to try to stop the argument, because polls are opinion-based. And especially nowadays, polls, you can cherry pick information. We've all seen this. You putting up this poll telling me that Black people are the most hurt and the most vocal about affirmative action ending tells me one thing. Either they polled old people or they cherry picked a certain demographic of the Black populace to say, yeah, this is no good. Because for you to tell me that Asian adults think only 38% of those polled think it was a mostly bad thing, that's crazy. Because we have seen article after article, video after video, post after post of the Asian community losing their mind over this. And we're not just talking about the Far East Asians. We're talking about the South Asian ones too. They are in a tailspin. Again, like Torian and I, when we talked that day, it hit them because it was the summertime. If it was during the school year, it wouldn't have hit as hard. It hit in the summer. You gave colleges ample opportunity, 3 months, 2 to 3 months to adjust themselves. Hell, we read the Harvard letter that said, we will comply with this, but we've already have a new system in place. They just told you we're going to comply with the government because we want them off our ass and we want the few billion that they give us. But we're already going to start fucking y'all, and y'all not even going to see it. Yes, Tori, very good point. They love per capita and they love polls, and per capita be having them in the tailspin too, because they use it so wrong. Because they don't use it to try to say, okay, you know what, this is bad, let's figure out a solution. They use it to say, hey, see, Black people are more violent than we are, even though we have the sheer numbers. Now, I'm sure white people are going to come up in here and get mad that I said that. Well, it's the truth. You do it to avoid accountability in your own community. That's okay. So we have that. So I said, sir, a poll is not always indicative of sentiment. Go look at the articles about AA and tell me who has the most to say on it. Now, here's where I say that they don't play with a full deck. He's like, I highly doubt AAPA were the most outraged. Again, we have video proof of this, but okay. But regardless, that has nothing to do with this article. Read that again for yourself while I read it out loud for everybody else. I highly doubt AAPI were the most outraged, but regardless, this has nothing to do with this article. Sir? What was the first two words in this article headline? But okay. You think I'm dumb. What's the first two lines in this? Since we have to break it down because they dumb. I know, Tori, and I know Shark, Ray Black Shark had to tell me again, stop arguing with the Clear Dashians, but I can't. I gotta stop beating up on dumb people. I gotta stop doing that. I'm trying, but I think maybe it's me. There's still that little part of me I want to help people, but this is dumb. The entire article referenced Asian parents, an Asian legal defense fund, and white folk. We had nothing to do with this except for them to bring us up when they said, oh, Black, Latino, and Native Americans, regardless of wealth, can apply. We had nothing to do with this. Because I'm sure if I looked up the rates, if they even have them published, Black kids are probably near the bottom of who gets in. But all right. We go back to this. I highly doubt AAPI were the most outraged. Literally says here, Asian parents. They didn't quote one Black person in this article. Not one, not one Latino. To my knowledge, not one Native American, but okay. He said, again, this has nothing to do with affirmative action being scuttled. It's pretty clear you don't understand the issue. I'm done here. So I told him they literally cited AA in the article, but you keep it to college university. You fail your kids by not knowing this knowledge. So he said, you have serious comprehension problems. Have a good night. See what I mean? They literally cited affirmative action in there. I understood the issue perfectly, which is why I didn't have to break it down that far. Why do you think I kept saying this has to do with affirmative action? I wanted to see if he was going to be smart enough to go down that road. But again, they proved me correct. They did not. So for you, sir, in honor of this live stream, we have a new clip, family. Oh, yes. You know we had to go get a clip for this. You will see this clip and others like it in succession and in frequency.
That's because you're a dummy. Okay? Dumb little, stupid little dum-dum.
That was example number one. You got to love putting Clear Dashians in the spin cycle because they don't know how to think critically unless somebody tells them to think critically. But we move on because we have another example of them not playing with a full deck.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
Now you see this same article we just talked about. This is how bad it was, family. This entire thread showed us why the white vote will doom us all. We move down. Here's my statement again. Right? So this is where I said, ma'am, Asians have been caught cheating on exams at a very big clip. AA benefited white women the most, for your information. Suing does nothing but transfer resources. Because that's all litigation when money is or resources are involved. That's all it does. It just transfers wealth. That's all it does. Nothing really gets changed. We know this. That's a very good point, Torian. Any thread with Charlie Kirk involved will show why the white vote will doom us all. Okay. Now we go here. A black person pointing out that Asians cheats when black people are stealing so much they shutting down American retail stores. Okay, so the Asian vote is about to join this. Just this guy, not all Asians. We're not going to do that. We're talking about cheating on tests. You bring to me stealing from American retail stores, which, by the way, we have seen on multiple occasions. Not only is it the Latinos doing this, especially the migrants, but it's also they have Asian theft rings. But I didn't want to give him that kind of information because, for one thing, he don't even live in this country, so I would tell him to shut the fuck up. But I was being nice that night because I was at work. So I said, I see why nobody cares about your page. Just letting you know you have to pay for the item first before you walk out of the store. So somebody said, I consider dog meat jokes below myself personally, but that's just me. So this guy named Kaiser Sose said, so you're just ignoring white supremacy, cheating, and stealing. Yet Asians, especially Koreans, main customers that support their businesses are black. Ooh, welcome. He pointed out something that we all know. That I tell you that they're so smart. That high IQ and in full effect. But okay, that's not even what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about this. Where is it? This. Now, white electorate, I'm going to need y'all to sit all your trolls down and re-educate them on how to troll. Because it seems like ever since... Okay, EH, great. I'm glad you said something else. That's actually not true. You can go look up these stats. We don't steal the most, sir. Ma'am, whatever you want to pronoun yourself, that's actually not true. You need to go look up this. The FBI stats would actually lie to you. Don't play FBI stats with me because we do this here all the time. Don't start that lie. Because I will embarrass you in here. Don't do it. Which year you want? You want 2019 or you want 2022? Which one you want? We will embarrass you in here. If you're going to engage the tabernacle truthfully. Because I have about 2 or 3 mods in here that after I embarrass you, we're going to send you to the gulag. See, black people are very compassionate. We're giving you grace right now. So choose your next comment very, very carefully before you push send. I would really think about what you're about to say. Back to the story and back to the interaction. Here comes the white troll. We have to use a picture of somebody that was on Modern Family. Okay. We know where this is going. Is big clip a technical term in black academia? And it begins. Now, family, have you ever heard someone use the word clip to describe what I said? We'll give you the definition if what I just said kind of confused you. I understand the way I said it might not have been succinct. So I said, clip has been used by people not black as well, genius. I went to Merriam-Webster because, again, this is just me. Maybe it's the fact that my people are from Jamaica. We like to help people. Not my... That's on me. That's my bad. So I said, a single instance or occasion, time. He charged $10 a clip, often using the phrase at a clip. Trained 1,000 workers at a clip. You can also use a copy. I've heard people use copy. I even heard people say rate. Torian said, ever since Elon took over Twitter, troll blocks increased immensely. Yeah, he couldn't figure out how to fix Twitter, but he figured out how to up the bot numbers. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. I think after the election, I think he's going to sell it. But anyway, I said clip has been used by people not black as well. Genius. He's like, oh, so black people use it incorrectly. It's like how you guys use double negatives or repeat the same word while clapping to win an argument. They can't even troll right. So I asked him, how do we use it? He's like, what is the definition of the word? Now, this is where I figured out that the one before I figured out he was trolling. The other one, I figured out, okay, now I'm just going to fuck with him now. So it says, literally there in the pic, you do know a word can have multiple meanings, correct? He's like, which definition are you using? Right. So I said, one of the many dones. Can you give me one example? I don't want to take it out of context. I don't want to take it out of context. They can't even troll right anymore. It's bad, family. I feel bad for them. I get it. Their rates are going down. I get it. But I mean, goddamn. Merriam-Webster is free for everybody. Goddamn. I think some of his people, I must be so wrong that he can't give one definition, even though I did. But okay, I get it. They can't read pictures. I get it. They can't read words on pictures. Just like nowadays, if I asked them, I put a thing on a clock and ask him to read that, he'd probably tell me he don't know how to read that clock. But he said, all I'm asking for is one definition. It shouldn't be that hard. I know you guys think proper grammar and being punctual is racist. They can't even troll right. Oh, shit. Don't tell me I went all the way back. Fuck. No. Fuck. Okay, here we go. Sorry. This black woman came in and said, oh my God, shut the hell up. He's like, it's like insane to just not give up in the face of obviously being wrong. Why the pride? Because they're white and they say so. That's why. They're white and they say so. She called him an anal wart. He's like, he gave you the definition. He said he screenshot a definition that didn't make sense at all because you can't read pictures. Is that the one you guys want to go with? Because if so, that proves my point. What fucking point? That I used the word correctly and you're trying to tell me that I'm dumb? Hey, Low Country, good morning. Listen, no, they don't do no. They don't know how to read a picture. They'll fuck around, go on Temu and buy the 84-inch projector screen and think that's a comforter. So I said, bro, we all take L's, just accept it. Still no definition. A bilingual Asian would have provided a definition by now. We all know you guys just make up words that you think are correct. Uh-huh. I said, just admit you can't read without AI's help or your mama sound out the words for you. Call her up and send her this screenshot so she can help you. Ma'am, Asians have been caught cheating on the exams at a very big clip, which is what I said. And you think the definition of a clip is a single occasion. He can't be this. Do you not see where it says rate, you giant idiot? Or does at a big rate not make sense to your superior brain? I said, leave him. He's still traumatized from being left on the short bus 3 times every academic year. So let's review real fast. The white electorate can't grasp something broken down from a macrocosm, and now they troll to sound intelligent and try to play gotcha, but it fails miserably. But they're going to double down on it because they can't be wrong. Hey, EH, why did you run when I said FBI stats? Are they looking for you? Maybe the FBI is looking for you. Did I say it? Did I say it 3 times? Maybe they popped up in front of his house. You know, they got the meth going. I'm just saying. I know y'all gonna yell at me later if we see him on TV talking about how he got arrested and they called him in a chat room on YouTube. Then y'all gonna know it's me, and I'm gonna get labeled a snitch, and I'd be kind of fucked up. And I'd be like, yo, that nigga Kid Gravity over there on YouTube, he a whole snitch, and I'm gonna be like this here.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man. Now y'all going too far, man. You going too far, man.
There ain't no snitch. Tori making people laugh in the comment thread. You love to see it. They want to be right so bad they end up putting themselves in a mind fuck. If they had their druthers, they'd fuck their own mind. That's fucked up. I shouldn't have said that. That was wrong. My bad. My bad. You think I'm gonna apologize for that? Please. We gonna continue. What? We gonna continue. So for that, sir, you're gonna get this here.
Now, this is a man that knows how to marry his cousin.
There it is. that high inbred quotient is just great. Hey, listen, Black Spider, good morning. The only double down they do is this, and when they go to KFC and complain that the sandwich isn't back yet. They be getting offline, talking about some.
It was hard work, and I worked hard.
They work hard for their trolling. They work so hard for their trolling. He got off Saturday night. When was this? No, this wasn't Saturday. I'm sorry. This was Thursday. He got offline Thursday, family. Thinking he did something impressive.
Robert, stop it. Y'all quit playing. Quit playing. Robert. I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. I'm fighting for my life.
He was fighting, boy. He was fighting. That little troll ass was fighting. But then this one's gonna make y'all laugh. I promise you. This interaction here is fixing to make you laugh. Because it doesn't just extend to trolls and supposed middle-aged / young people. Even the old geriatrics got in on it.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
Same post again. This post was a treasure trove of information and interactions and content. Same thing, right? So this idiot said, affirmative action was more beneficial for Black people than anyone else. Where was this? When did this happen? But okay. All right. So I said, white women. Underrepresented women are considered minorities and economically disadvantaged. Triple minority. Most Black people can't even get that. But okay. They never go down those rabbit holes again. So before I get to the old man, I just want to clear this one up real fast. He said, actually, women need better credentials than men to get into college. Otherwise, there would be an uneven split of men and women. What? Excuse me? You can't be this serious. He didn't say this. He, she, it did not just say this. Women need better credentials than men to get into college. Are you insane? Women, I'm not knocking you on this, but unwillingly this guy put, or she or it put you in the firing line. They literally toss money at women to go to college. Literally. You guys get the most scholarship money. You guys get the most grant money. They want women in college. Nothing wrong with that. But to sit up here and say that you need better credentials, that's insane. Because if the playing field is level, they're going to pick the woman over the man. Now, I know that might sound a little sexist, but I'm just saying that's what we have been seeing for the last 40 years. I'm a perfect example. I couldn't even get financial aid, and my parents were making good money. I couldn't even get it. They gave my sister over $60,000, and her grades were not close to mine. I'm not saying she's dumb, but they were willing to throw money at her to go to school. Especially because she does engineering. She did it. She graduated with an engineering degree. So, yeah. Please miss me with this. But ladies, if you felt some kind of way, you can yell at me in the comment thread. It's okay. So I said, try again. They can get scholarships just for being a woman. They still need to compete with other women and do better than them in order to get those scholarships. Women are accepted into college at much lower rates than men, despite having higher GPAs and better credentials, simply because men don't apply to college as much anymore. What? I need y'all to read that again. Women are accepted into college at much lower rates than men, despite having higher GPAs and better credentials, simply because men don't apply to college as much anymore. Wouldn't the prevailing thought be that if there's less men applying to go to college, there's more seats, so the rate would go up of women getting in? Maybe I missed it. If there's less of something, that means there's more of something. He spun himself. You know what, Lewis, and good morning. I didn't even have the heart to correct him. I didn't even have the heart. He literally defeated his own argument. And when I saw it, I just said, okay, we go play with him now. We're going to play with him. So I sent him this screenshot that said young women are more likely to be enrolled in college today than young men, which we have documented. You could find this on YouTube. This information is right there. People have shown articles and graphs and testimonies that women are more in college than men. Hell, they ran around for a decade saying that black women were the most educated in America. Y'all didn't have a problem debunking that. But you're about to tell me that women are accepted into college at much lower rates than men, despite having higher GPAs and better credentials, simply because men don't apply to college as much anymore. They have to fill the seat. So yes, they're going to take the best qualified candidate, which is going to be a woman. It's not that hard. I know critical thinking eludes a lot of the Kardashians. I get it. But come on, you gotta eat more salmon. Your neurons aren't firing as quick as they used to. I get it. As you get older, you have to prioritize your mental health when it comes to stressful situations, but also when it comes to thinking. Eat more salmon or mackerel. Mackerel is very good. It's very good.
That's because you're a dummy. Okay? Dumb little, stupid little dum-dum.
Deneen Grant, good morning. They just make up stuff and present lies as facts. You know what? That's part of it, but I think the other thing is they don't know how to interpret data. They really forgot the art of interpreting data. And it's a shame because I can actually have intellectual conversations with women and they keep me on my toes and I go back and forth and we leave, we shake hands and we keep it moving. Except the Kardashian females, because then they just start to arguing and trying to sound like they're white supremacist boyfriend. But when it comes to these men, boy, they just defeat their own argument. I want y'all to notice something. I don't even go full intellectual on them when I start. I don't even do that. I play like I'm dumb. And then when I see an opening, then I start rising up the intellect until the point where they can't even figure out what the hell I said. And then that's when they come in and say, you don't understand. I'm like, I understood it perfectly, which is why I was able to trick you into this. But okay. Low Country he said read the article, but did he comprehend reading is fundamental in the black one? No. They saw that star from the NBC bumpers and thought that they thought it was the cutest thing ever. How could a star turn into the NBC logo? They didn't even understand what those people were saying before in the PSA. Didn't even figure it out. But okay. So then he said, yes, as I said, much more women want to go to college compared to men. Did you actually read the article? Laughing my ass off. This doesn't dispute anything I said. As I said, men are more likely to get into college despite worse GPAs and credentials. What college is going to take a man that has a bad GPA and credentials? Where does this... See what I mean when I say they dumb? Huh? Oh, listen, Vincent Taylor, I was hell on Fallout. You don't know. I was hell. You see what I mean? What college is going to take an inferior male student over a qualified female student? Are you in? This is what y'all been arguing over. This matriarchal society. This is why the red pill is creeping into everything. This is why they were able to thrive. You're literally defeating what you're seeing with your own two eyes. That is a fact, Tori. Yes, he does have to charge you. Tori, you an asshole. No, and you know what's even worse, Torian? He put it on battery saver.
Hey!
He had it on battery saver and it was that low. Where were you, sir? You know your charger on you, bro. Bro, I got about 2 portable chargers on me. When I leave this house, I put my phone on battery saver. I turn off the goddamn Wi-Fi because that does drain the battery. When my phone is in my pocket at work, I turn off the Bluetooth until I go on break and then I put it back on. I leave the house, it's at 100. When I get home, it's at 50%. You've got to be fucking kidding me. But this is the person trying to educate me on shit that I read and interpreted and bring to the family. And we have honest dialogue and great conversations. Are you serious? This is the person that's going to tell me this. But they think they so smart. Okay, fine. You guys are so smart. Bring your favorite intellectual over here. Bring your favorite white intellectual over here. I guarantee you he gonna come back and he gonna be like, you know what, you got a point there. You know what, I agree with that. You know what, that's right. And they would get destroyed. Everybody would be taking it and using it as a case study. Why you cannot be listening to them. And we're gonna show that example in a minute. If this was, you need a flagrant example, I got one for you. And Torian, you're probably going to take it anyway and do a video, which I know your analysis is going to be even deeper. But he put this up. You're going to show me graphs. Again, when they start using graphs after they don't make their argument compelling through words, they already lost. He said, this is from the article you screenshotted. Women are more likely to choose not to go to college due to financial reasons, while men just don't want to. Men with lower credentials are admitted into college over smarter women. That's why even after admission, they're less likely to graduate. What the fuck are you talking about? Is he serious? Hey, dumbass, let me help you. I didn't write this to you, but I'm going to say this to you here. Hey, dumbass, fig bones. Is that why women hold the most student debt in this country? Because according to you, they're not going to college. Here we go. We got another one. If you vote in the delusion, you're only harming your own mental health. Save your gas. Stop taking blame for foreigner failures. Okay. I don't know what that means. You might want to rewrite that because first you spelled "you're" wrong. I'm not knocking you. I'm just trying to help you out. This is what we do here. You should capitalize save, and you spelled blame wrong. And you spelled foreigner wrong. And you should put an ampersand between gas and stop in your second sentence. I'm just trying to help you out. And capitalize the I in if. And a comma where delusion is. Just trying to help you out here. So you could rewrite that so we can understand what you were talking about. But welcome. Oh, boy. And you use the Brookings Institute. Okay, cool. So I said counter argument. I sent him this. Why do women outnumber men in college enrollment? Because literally you said they're not going to college. You literally said that. You literally said they're not going. Right here. Women are accepted into college at much lower rates. So how can... You're not about to tell me that both can exist. This is not one of those examples. I'm just saying. This is not one of those examples where two things can be true. That wouldn't make sense. They would defeat each other. You said you spell foreigners wrong. Let foreigners screw themselves over by voting. I'm sure I don't care. You could have just said, I don't care. You don't have to say how sure that you don't care. You're not talking to anyone face to face. Okay, you didn't ask for my help. Let me warn you about this. If I see something in your comment that I can talk about, I'm going to talk about it. You should ask for my help, because if you say this to anybody else, oh, you're going to keep messing up and we're going to keep clowning you. So continue. That's great. We're going to keep clowning you. You got content for days. Because remember, this is a live chat replay as well, so everybody's going to see how dumb you are. Don't nobody block them, because we got an unexpected bonus. We got somebody that can't spell in the social media age. But okay. Anyway, we go back to this. So two things on this particular subject can't be true, because they would cancel each other. He said, this argument is highly flawed, as it doesn't account for the jobs that men and women pursue after their degree, especially with the gender pay gap. Also, the article states the following for why this analysis should be taken with a grain of salt. Now, you have seen a perfect example of gaslighting. We were talking about college enrollment. Now he wants to go move to jobs. We weren't talking about jobs. We were talking about enrollment. Shamika Gray said, who is this fool? It's somebody that got mad. They saw the thumbnail and got mad. They about to get mad in a few minutes. You said, boo this clown? Yeah, he ain't worth it. He ain't worth it. He, she, it, whatever pronoun, they ain't worth it. And then they really lost when they start bringing up the gender pay gap. Like we don't know that exists. Yet women still go to college. But okay. By the way, the article is only introducing a potential reason why men aren't applying to college as much. It doesn't attempt to dispute anything I said. Men with work credentials get admission over women. Men are less likely to graduate after admission. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay. Let's find out if that's true. Let's find out if that's true. He might be true. He might be true. So we found a Pew Research article where it says what's behind the growing gap between men and women in college completion. So let's see. He might be right. He was wrong before, but he could be right on this. It says women in the U.S. are outpacing men in college graduation. Because there's more of them. Yes. Yes. We never said that. I literally said women are getting into college more than men. I literally just won the argument. You trying to argue with me. Yes, there's a gap in a fictional government. Yes. That's why all the buildings are not together. Yes, they have to have a gap. Power cannot exist wholly together. We know this. Thank you. Powerful entities cannot exist in the same realm without separation somewhere. Yes. Oh, boy. Okay. I literally dismantled his argument. Now he's really trying to come back with his argument. How do you sit up here and try to tell me that I didn't dispute anything you said when you literally put this up when we proved that that was actually a lie? But of course, they put themselves in a spin cycle because they think that we're not going to pick up on this. But okay, that's fine. That's fine. You got it. So we go back, right? I want to show you this old man. This old man was hilarious. It should be, I think it might be in here. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, y'all gonna like this comment. We're going to end both. We're going to force blacks to have to actually achieve things based on their merit instead of being handed in the name of diversity. I love how this is going to be a new thing, family. They're going to tell us that we've been given everything. What have we been given? Maybe y'all could tell me. What have we been given? Where is all this magical stuff that black people have been getting and we're just not using it? Because y'all gave us the bullshit education and we rose above it. We have kids out there that are scoring millions of dollars in scholarship money. We have a black electorate that is highly educated. What the fuck is this government giving us? They can't even give us a fucking law. Oh, wow. I did not know Instagram stops after an hour. Okay. Instagram all right, whatever. That's Instagram. Okay. Anyway. This government doesn't like us. They can't even give us a law to protect us from hate, but they can give it to everybody else. And we still thrive. Our numbers are going up. But, you know, according to them, we're getting everything. They're getting nothing. Okay. Okay. So I told him you couldn't force a door you couldn't force a door open without grunting, but you're going to force black people on the merit train. Go ahead, and you'll never get an opportunity to achieve the dream ever again in this country. It's already in progress, boy. Boy. Again, they're not aware of what's going on out here. Remember, these were the same people 4 years ago that were crying to the government. They were trying to take them out. So it's like, we don't want to work hard. We don't want to study hard and get good scores. We want to get admissions and jobs based on our color, right? Good luck. Yeah, because that's what we're going to do. That's what we do. We just go in, put our resume down and say, you better hire me because I'm black. They be telling on themselves. Victim mentality. What a crazy response. He basically admitted his racist and beneficial for black based only on their skin color. Where the fuck did I say that? Where did I say that? You can't even write. I didn't admit shit. He said he's going to put us on the merit train. I said, you want to stand there and do that? That's cool. You're never going to get another opportunity in this country to thrive, because you're going to have all the black talent in one place. Them fools over there, as much as they hate us, they're going to say, you know what? I'm going to get the most out of that person over here. Come in. And you're going to be looking at them like, I thought we was all white. And be like, what that mean? I got to make money. The color of how they function and live is green, not white, when it comes to business. But you right. I don't know what I'm talking about. Again, these were the same people 4 years ago complaining that the government wasn't looking out for them. But all right. Here we go. No, what you all trying to do is bring back oppression from black Americans. This has nothing to do with merit. Y'all want to exclude brown people. Call it what it is. Well, it's too bad that doesn't happen. Maybe with athletic scholarships, but last time I checked, both blacks and whites get those. Hope that helps. Here we go. Another person bringing up DEI, which has nothing to do with this, but okay. DEI never worked in the first place. It was always common for white high school dropouts to get hired easier than black people with college degrees. All this DEI outrage is based on myths. This has nothing to do with DEI, but okay. By the way, who started DEI? That's right. Your white companies started that. So, but of course, y'all not going to go check your own. You pussies talk about how you so big and bad, but you won't go see. You won't go. I'm probably going to get in trouble for saying this, YouTube. I'm just using this as a metaphor. You guys are so pissed that you won't go see the CEO. You won't go take him out. You're going to go postal on the employees. You know where that person's office is. You know where they have their lunch at. You know when they leave. You know where their car is parked. Y'all won't go see him. Y'all will go see the floor manager before you go see the CEO. What do I mean? Every time y'all keep bringing up DEI, who do you attack? You don't attack the white folks that came up with it. You don't attack the white folks that implemented it in the corporations that you so much love. You attack the motherfucker that they've selected to go and fill out this quota. None of you puss bags went down to Harvard and said, we're going to protest. We're going to make sure our kids don't go to this school. We're going to affect their bottom line. Nah, you wanted Claudine Gay to give up her position. Y'all didn't say, I'm going to, all white people should take off Disney Plus. not because they're putting people in a situation that they are not qualified for. It's Kathleen Kennedy's fault. It's her fault. We're not going to go yell at Bob Iger. Oh, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're not going to stop taking our kids to Disneyland in Florida and California. We're not going to do that. We're going to yell at Kathleen Kennedy. We're going to yell at the fact that Anthony Mackie is the Black Captain America. We're going to make our voice heard on that. But when we go after these corporations that try to screw us, and we get people thrown out, and we go to these news organizations and get people thrown out because they want to be anti-Black, now we're sensitive. I just want y'all to understand this is their logic. Yes, Torian, white women are benefiting the most from DEI. That's why when we did that show about DEI, I said, I can't wait to see this white man, white woman war. I can't wait. Because when you start seeing white women fall out of their high-paying positions, which has actually started happening, look up what's going on with the LA Times. They spun themselves and said that was DEI forcing all them people out of their jobs. This is going to be a beautiful piece of business. I promise you. They are going to, man, we're going to have so much content in the next 3 months. Y'all don't even know. Y'all better strap in. Make sure you're subscribed to every New Black Media channel. There's going to be so much content when it comes to this DEI with white folk. We just going to be sitting back here and we just going to take it all in, do our videos, hopefully get full monetization. But more importantly than that, we're going to be doing this here. Because we had nothing to do with it. So somebody says, STEM, no one facts checks these lies. This is why this is just the workforce. Black people are represented the least. Why lump us in? In New York, by 2015, Asians and whites were overrepresented. They can't be as openly discriminatory anymore because of the Asian hate from Black people propaganda. So now they're failing to find ways to sabotage our opportunities. I mean, you ain't tell a lie there. No, but y'all got to understand, family. This is why I got pissed at this article as well. Whites and Asians were probably the dominant in them programs. Nobody said a word. No one said a word. We let them rock. Now all of a sudden AA dropped. Like we told them, everybody was going to get exposed, and they got exposed. Oh, Vincent Taylor, listen, y'all gotta. This is why the white vote is gonna doom us all. They have no foresight. Not only were they doing this with this DEI crap, and they're gonna screw their women over after their women. Y'all gotta understand. 4 years ago, their women said we cannot be a burden anymore because the world shut down and we couldn't help our husbands. We couldn't contribute to the household. They said never again. And they went back and they got their degrees, they updated resumes, they learned new skills, and now they're an asset. Couple that with the fact of the rise of the red pill during the scamdemic and how men are online saying F women, it's going to come to the breaking point. White women going to say, fuck y'all. And then y'all gonna go back complaining again. Y'all gonna need y'all women. They'll be like, hold up. Y'all said we were dumb. We weren't needed. And all of y'all looking at us for sex. Why the hell should we go back to you? Why? I want what them Black people got over there. I want to be valued. I mean, hell, you got 45. You got 45 over there dissing Nimrod Rada right in front of your face, and she claimed white. He's dissing her, and she claims white. Oh man, you can't make this up. This is a beautiful time, and we just sitting there, family. Once again, we just sitting there. Because again, we told y'all this was gonna happen. Yes, she is installed with self-hate. Good job, Nimrod Rada. There you go. This person said, once white people stop fucking over black people for a change, that maybe that could be a discussion. Until then, they need a helping hand to get even to even get to the starting line. We've been at the starting line. We've been running neck and neck with them with the fucked up sneakers, and they've had the brand new crisp Nikes, and they still can't pass us. You know how they beat us? They send out the signal, and bitch asses jump out of the bleachers and impede our progress. I should show that video of that college student smoking that white boy, but I know they feel a kind of way if I played it. So the person said, you're delusional. So then somebody else came back and said, you can't stay out of our way. You prevent equality, have formulated your own system of affirmative action based on generational wealth, skin color, and straight up racist practice, obtains a centuries head start based on atrocities you cause. It suddenly is about meritocracy. And all they said was, you're delusional. The only people experiencing delusions are them. They're trolling in these comments, but not acknowledge the way the system hands white people opportunities every day. I couldn't imagine talking to these people in real life. Very odd. And then somebody told them the biggest recipients of handouts and welfare has always been white people. Their entire existence in the U.S. is founded on it. Or where's that old man? Because we gotta go get him. You know what? I'm gonna have to go get it from this. We gotta look at that old man. That old man. If this is who they're sending out there, boy, you got, man. Maybe he blocked me. Oh, here we go. Franklin Huber. Hello, Franklin. We're going to get Christianly reintroduced. So, again, same article. Now, this one was on Bo Snerdley. And he ran with Rush Limbaugh. So, you already know what type of time it is. So this person says, some Asians, not all, continue to argue against programs that were established for the advancement of blacks, post-Reconstruction, Jim Crow, segregation, and civil rights. While I'm of the opinion that we can all achieve prosperity purely based on our own effort and merit, I have to remind my fellow Asian brothers and sisters that the freedom you exercise, I got mad at him for spelling exercise wrong, to oppose the unfairness of the aforementioned programs were paid for with the blood and sacrifice of the very same people you argue against. I want y'all to look at this interaction I'm about to have. I want y'all to study this. This is the one we want you to study. He said the Asian community has every right to question this program. I believe it's criminal the way you pick and choose. It's pick and choose, not pick and chose. You pick and choose to help children by their skin color. What kind of message are you sending? We are this certain color, so we are untitled. Huh? Untitled? It's entitled. You woo-wee. We're going to have fun. We're going to start early.
That's because you're a dummy. Okay? Dumb little, stupid little dum-dum.
Untitled. It's entitled. And you forgot quotations. So I said there was no outrage years before they were getting denials. It's only vocal now when AA fell. Miss me with the faux outrage. Here we go. I guess you want to forget how the Asian community was treated during and after the war. Of course, they weren't vocal about most things. I was around at that time as a child. Oh, my God. It's living where they were interred, not lived. Or if you're going to say as a child, I lived. Oh my God. Okay, Franklin. They were interred outside of in Yorkern, California. They were not treated well. So I said, try again. They got out and became white adjacent. He said, bull. Because he hasn't seen this. He's never seen this. All right. I was like, okay, sir, evidence backs me up. He said, everything is either white or black with you blacks. You should, with you, black should be favored and anything else is white and not favored. And I have proof of that. Now, I want y'all to peep something, family. I never brought up race, not one time. Did y'all notice that? I didn't say anything racial, not one time. I said there was no outrage years before they were getting denials. I didn't mention race. I could have been talking about white people. I could have been talking about black folks. Because I already knew what time he was on when I saw the Asian community. I already knew what time he was on. He's one of those, I don't see color, but I'm going to mention color when it's convenient. So I said, okay, I'm going to fuck with him. I'm going to be very vague. I didn't mention color one time here. I didn't mention nobody's race. I could have been talking about anybody that was featured in that article, and he wouldn't have known. So I said, okay, I got him. Everything is either white or black. I never mentioned black or white. So I said, haha, all right, sir. So he said, do you deny it? That's the way you have laid it out. I didn't lay out a fucking thing. I said that nobody had a problem with it until AA fell. Nobody said a word. Again, I lived in New York when this program was going on. Nobody said anything negative that this program was bad. Even the New York Post backed me up. They didn't cite nowhere else where this was a problem before. But you're right. You know, us black folks, we don't know how to read. Now, I do not deny black people were treated badly, but don't forget they were sold by their own people, and some wealthy blacks in the South owned slaves. Okay, I know y'all just groaned when you heard that. I know. You heard that. I'm going to say it again. Now, I do not deny black people were treated badly, but don't forget they were sold by their own people, and some wealthy blacks in the South owned slaves. Here we go. Well, I know when Torian plays this back and he gets to that part, he's going to lose his mind. Oh, Miss Nisi, what if I told you that I think I played it though. No, I didn't. Some asshole tried to, he put naggers. I was like, listen, why don't you just say the word? He's like, you know why I can't say it. I'm like, oh, so you scared? You scared of Elon? You scared of Elon? All right. You might as well have said the word. Don't say naggers. Just say niggers. Just say it. You know why I can't do it. You know the obvious reason why I can't do it. I wouldn't even go report him if he said it. I would just intellectually destroy him, but you know, it is what it is. Explain to me how anyone alive is responsible for that. Let's help all. Well, I you know what's funny, sir Franklin, and I didn't tell him this. I'm gonna tell him this now. Please go to the Jewish people and tell them this. Tell them this, please, because they're allowed to go after the descendants of those Izan soldiers. They're allowed. They're allowed to sue them and win. They're chasing them all over the world to go get this money and to get this retribution. Don't nobody got a problem with it. They encourage it. Germany, who did it, encourages it. Come get your coins. But when the cousins ask for their reparations, everybody want to puff out their chest. Okay, well, guess what? A puffed out chest gets punched. But okay, we're going to continue. So I said, great. Africa pays too. U.S. government benefited off slavery. Stop trying to talk for the U.S. It makes you look dumb. It's between the descendants of the American slave trade and the government. No one else. You learn that. Less stress on your soul. I have no stress. And who do you think supports the government? Hint, the taxpayers. Or you think our taxes are just a fun thing? Every time some new spending comes along, they either borrow money or raise taxes. Either way, the people must pay. So I said, so I'm sure you can show me the endless polls showing your disdain for the government using your money for the following: the Civil Liberties Act of 1988/89, where they gave the Japanese intern money. The Iraq War, because I know people were outside protesting about the war. They weren't protesting about how much money the U.S. was spending, though. Nah, they weren't protesting that. They were protesting the fact that they were in Iraq. See how that works? Money to other countries. I don't see y'all outside when we're giving fucking Iran $100 million. I don't see y'all outside in front of the U.S. consulate saying, why you keep giving money out there? I don't see y'all in front of the White House saying, why are you giving money to fucking Taiwan? I don't see y'all in front of Biden's Delaware home protesting saying, why is Ukraine still getting money? And why are you bypassing Congress giving them money? I don't see you in front of Kamami's place at the Naval Observatory saying, why in the hell did Biden just earmark $100 million to Palestine while he was giving Israel money every year, like every other president does? I don't see none of this. But when reparations come, everybody want to puff their chest. Everybody want to show up where a reparations rally is. Everybody want to look at what the NAACP response is going to be, and show. See, reparationists can't even get to voice their opinions because the NAACP is going to sit up there and move the needle. They're going to tell them to leave. None of this. But reparations comes. Your scrotum finally started pumping blood again. Your balls fell. All right, cool. Here we go. So that makes it right or wrong. Tell me, is everything everybody's fault but blacks? Call me anything you want. I don't care what you are, but color doesn't make you special. Again, family, have you noticed I didn't bring up color not one time? I haven't brought up color yet. I said, sir, the conversation here was about Asians. You've told me a lot by you bringing up black people. Again, black people were not the subject of that article. The only way we would be subject is if that program was exclusively for black people. And Asians tried to get in and they said that this is racist because they're only allowing in one color. Everybody gets to apply. They just changed some criteria because they know Asians might have more resources than the other three. But again, this program was going on for almost 40 years and y'all never said nothing until now. And why did you say something now? Because AA fell. Okay. Let's see. The conversation was about a program for people of color, which is wrong because it was not a program for people of color. It was open to everybody. You see? They spend themselves so much into color, they forget their train of thought. This program was not about people of color. Nowhere close. And you were upset about Asians applying because you designated them as white. What the? Where the fuck did I say that? See what I mean? You were upset about Asians applying because you designated them as white. That's what? Where was I ever upset? What did I say? I said it's almost like we told you when you got rid of affirmative action, things like this was going to happen. I'm not upset. I was actually laughing. I literally said there was no outrage years before when they were getting denials. That means anybody could have been denied. Asian, white, black, Native American, Latino. Anybody could have been denied. Nobody said a word. They just figured it was competitive and there were other people that they wanted to pick. Nobody said a word. Where was I upset at? I contend black isn't special. All races have been slaves. No shit. Thank you. I said, sir, no one cared about the color of the applicants until AA fell. You can't be this dense. He said, until you are now admitting the color of your skin makes a difference. Nobody cares. Oh my God. No, fool. Anyone can apply. Anyone can apply. Oh my God. Should we embarrass him again? Because he just don't get it. We're going to embarrass him again because he just don't get it. No, you know, we're going to say it like this. If color of skin mattered, white people, they would have just said, we're not going to accept whites and Asians. Again, how did you miss that the most vocal on this topic is the AAPI community? Black people didn't deny them anything. Oh, Latinos and NAs didn't deny them anything. How much you want to bet? There's a white person over this program. How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet if I look up this STEM program, there's a white person running this? We're going to look that up. Let's look that up real fast. And then we're going to show you the last video and then I can get out of here. So this is the article again. Let's see. The state-funded science and technology entry program. We're going to look this up. Let's see who runs it, because I forgot to do that the other day. Let's see if we can find out who runs this. Let's see. No. Wait a minute. Let me see something. Okay. So according to this, I don't know why they put the Dream Act here, but if this is leading me to where I think it's leading me, so a Latino denied you, so y'all are mad at the Latinos. So y'all are mad at the Latinos. So you should be mad at this Latino person, this Jose Peralta. You should be mad at him, not us. If I'm reading this correctly, y'all should be mad at him. But again, Let me see. Let's do this. Who runs the science and technology entry program? So you're not mad at the schools that are doing this. You're mad at black people that have nothing to do with it. I'm just trying to understand how this works. How is it our fault? But again, I'm just saying by what we're seeing, it looked like Jose Peralta, he might have championed this. So you should be mad at him, but you want to put your ire on us. Well, we know a lot of Latinos play white adjacent as well, which is what I told this man. But of course, they don't think that critically. But okay. We didn't tell them you can't go into this program. For years, Asians and whites, again, have been overrepresented in these STEM programs. Not us. Now that the playing field is somewhat leveled, now you're pissed off that you got to compete. Oh my God. Deneen said they don't want us to have anything. They know if we get a level playing field, we will dominate. Yes, but they also forget that we have our own programs as well, as by what we showed the other day. We went down a list. We found summer programs all over New York City that they could have went to. I understand that this program is free. I get it. I get it. But you had other options. You have other options. Y'all are focusing on this because it's state sponsored. And this is your way of taking a shot at New York being a liberal state, even though who runs New York State? It's not the black folks. It's not us. Well, you got Mayor Adams. Mayor Adams is a tool. He don't run shit. And the quicker you figure that out, the quicker you'll be more adept at what goes on here. Well, New York City doesn't report their stats. Come here, dumbass. I'm going to help you. Who was mayor before Eric Adams? That's right, a white man. He didn't report the stats. Funny how that worked. We'll go to LA. Who is the mayor before Karen Bass? That's right, a Latino. According to y'all, he didn't report his stats. It's funny how that worked. Chicago. Y'all love Chicago so much, but won't step toe one on that city to see if it's really as bad as Fox News says it is. Who was the mayor before Lori Lightfoot? That's right, Rahm Emanuel, brother of Ari Emanuel, who runs Warner. Right. They are Jewish and white. Funny how that works. It's hilarious. And y'all said that Chicago didn't report their stats, even though we showed you that was a whole lie. They just didn't give it to the FBI, but you could look online and find their crime stats. But goddamn. So the three biggest cities in the country where most of this shit was taking place, where y'all had an opportunity to say something, it was run by white people and you didn't do nothing. But now as soon as they put some darker faces in there, now you want to have a problem. But it ain't about color, right? We should be like MLK. It should be content of character, not skin color. Miss me. But before we get out of here, family, you got to see this. Now, this is why I keep saying vote them all out 2024. We have a representative from Congress. They're about to tell us how much they value skin color.
You know, Let me go here. There's I'm gonna move on. There's a growing concern in
Family, this is from Newsmax. This is from Newsmax. Y'all are going to enjoy this piece of tape. They had Representative Matt Gaetz on. And Matt Gaetz is fixing to tell us all what the move is going to be going forward. He let it out the bag. Vote him out 2024. Fair use.
Speaking out of his New York place, on his way to New Hampshire right now. Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz joins me now. Congressman, I don't know if you had a chance to hear what President Trump said, but he basically called the entire court thing another sham, which I happen to think it is. And now he's off to New Hampshire to campaign more. The guy's a machine.
There is a relentlessness and a persistence in the Trump campaign that I think really emerges out of the candidate himself. In Iowa, this victory was so huge, and really it was a testament to the resiliency of the Trump voter. Because you had the worst conditions possible, historically challenging weather and ice.
Okay. Again, this is high IQ. This is high IQ. Easy, Wallow J. Easy. We know, but easy with the P word in there. Easy. You fuck around and don't want to play the chat for like 17 hours. Easy. I want everybody to see this as soon as this ends. Easy with the P word. We have pseudonyms for that. Easy. Matt Gaetz. I guess you're just proof positive that it doesn't take much to get into Congress, you and AOC. Sir, people are going to vote for what they know. I'm going to say this again. People vote for what they know. They're familiar with things that they've been used to. This is why from day one when Vivek ran, we told him he didn't have a shot in hell. They don't know you, sir. And family, by the way, after we told them that, and all, the trolls and the bots and the people that loved him told us that we were crazy. What recently came out? We played it the other day when we went in on him for dropping out. What came out at some of them Iowa voters? What did they say? They said, we don't trust Vivek. We think he has great ideas, but we don't trust him because he reminds us too much of Muslims and 9/11. They said that to the man's wife. How do you think she feels? They probably think she should be in a hijab, even though that's not her culture. The white vote looks at everybody else as a stereotype except themselves. That's why when you talk to them online, within 3 sentences or 3 tweets, you're going to get a stereotype lodged at you. Matt Gaetz, we all knew Trump was going to win Iowa. Everybody thought that. The only people that didn't think that were the candidates, which is fine. That's why you're supposed to go in optimistic. That's why DeSantis did his little speech and said, we came in second. We punched our ticket to New Hampshire. Nikki Haley said, I came in third, but you know what? At least I didn't lose. That's how they think. Yeah, and I said that correctly. I came in third, but I didn't lose. That's how they will operate. Yes, sir. Thank you, SD Johnson, and hello. Matt Gaetz, it was never in question that Trump wasn't going to win Iowa. It was never in question. He's probably going to sweep the entire caucus in New Hampshire and in South Carolina. He's probably going to sweep them both and be unanimous. The Republican Party, the RNC, they're in trouble. They need money. They're not going to get the funds that they need and the funds that they're going to need to exploit how great they are without Trump on the ticket. But you're telling people the obvious because Newsmax's audience is not that bright. But continue.
And these folks came out and voted overwhelmingly for the president. I met with a lot of those folks. This is the blue collar realignment of the Republican Party. And what I could tell you is, like, for every Karen we lose, there's a
blue collar realignment of the Republican Party. Are you insane? Oh my God, no. He did not just say that. The blue collar realignment. Matt Gaetz, the Republican Party is full of conservatives and grifters, including the person you're going to presumptively make your 2024 Republican candidate. Everybody, most of them, I'm not going to say everybody, most of the Republican Party is grifters. They're all grifters. From those that are sitting in Congress to the ones talking online, trying to suck off your balls, paws. They're all grifters. Why do you think all of a sudden, now, family, I want y'all to understand this. Why do you think the wake-up calls we've been seeing for the last 2 months, every single one of them has been either Republican or conservative, and we can add Charlemagne to that as well. The left only had one, and that was Angela Rye last week. Every person that's caught a wake-up call the last 60 days were either Republican or conservative. Rob Smith, Candace. I profiled Tatum catching his wake-up call. Jason Whitlock. They had that war over that calendar. By the way, Kim Klacik and that other dude, Rob Smith, still haven't gone to Chicago to talk to that black Republican up there. Still haven't done it. Family, do you understand? And this, I've been bored out again. That right side does not like Brandon Tatum. Do you understand that on X they're recirculating his fight with Hotep Jesus? Well, Deneen, they said they had the #1 podcast that week, so I don't know how they did on their second week. I don't know, but we don't care. The only thing I said about that is they're probably going to use that to kick off the Breakfast Club. But again, they're recirculating Brandon Tatum's fight with Hotep Jesus. You're going to start hearing less and less black conservative voices being featured as the election gets closer. Unless you're on TV. Just watch for that, but we're going to let Matt Gaetz continue. That's a wild picture, boy. We finna save that one in case we got to do another video on him. We're going to save that.
Julio and a Jamal ready to sign up for the MAGA movement.
Did you hear what he just said? Did you hear what he just said? We finna go back. I want y'all to pay particular attention to what he's about to say. Listen.
Those folks, this is the blue collar realignment of the Republican Party. And what I could tell you is, like, for every Karen we lose, there's a Julio and a Jamal ready to sign up for the MAGA movement. And that bodes well for our ability to be more diverse and to be more durable as we head into not only the rest of the primary contests, but also the general election.
We'll also
For every Karen we lose, we have a Julio and a Jamal ready to sign up. You said I still don't understand who Hotep Jesus even appeals to. He appeals to the libertarians. He appeals to that white base that wants an alternative to hearing people on Rumble. I don't dislike Hotep Jesus, and I don't particularly like him. I'm like kind of indifferent with him, but I understand. I understand why people. I understand the appeal. I understand. Oh no, Vic Stat, you heard exactly what he said. We'll play it again. You heard exactly what he said. Well, maybe you missed it. Let me not assume. You probably missed it. We're gonna play it again.
And what I could tell you is, like, for every Karen we lose, there's a Julio and a Jamal ready to sign up for the MAGA movement, and that bodes well for our ability to be more diverse and to be more durable as we head into not only the rest of the primary contests but also the general election.
Sir, you don't have to sign up for MAGA to want to see the country do better. You just look at the policies that are being presented, and if it aligns with what you are looking for, you vote for that. If not, you move on to somebody else. You don't have to sign up for MAGA. I really think they think there's going to be a whole bunch of black people again outside with MAGA hats on. Well, I'm sorry. He's going to have the keep him. Well, yeah, he's going to have the MAGA hats again because he can't do Keep America Great. He probably lost hella money on that one. But yeah, he said that. He really thinks black folks are going to come back outside and be like MAGA just because they say that Trump is looking like the better option. Yes, Julio or Jamal. Because that's all black people and Hispanics are named. That's all us males are named. No Mikes, no Brandons. Well, they don't use Brandon because that's a reference to Joe Biden. But no Mikes, no Cesars. I'm surprised he didn't say Demetrius. But no Darrens. No Evans, none of that, because they really think we just have like these either Muslim-based names or our mama just named us something with a VS on the end. Jesus Christ, keep talking. Go ahead.
Also, you know, when Trump was president, it was better for all people, not just people of certain races. But Congressman, you know, people really thought that Nikki Haley was.
That's subjective and objective. Well, no, that is. He's being objective here, but that's a very subjective thing to say because a lot of people like Trump, but also say that he didn't do what he set out to do. But okay, that's fine. You have opinions. Go ahead.
Was just going to surge in the polls. We had experts saying that, you know, Chris Christie dropping out was going to make her be able to beat Donald Trump, but Trump's up over 50% now. Haley, you know, he has like 16 or 17 points on her, and then Ron DeSantis is somehow at 5 in New Hampshire. I don't know where that happened.
Yeah, it's been challenging, but Nikki Haley is not an acceptable option to be the Republican nominee. We do not need a Republican nominee who wants to raise the gas tax, invite more illegal immigration, and start 3 wars before lunchtime tomorrow. That is, in essence, the Nikki Haley agenda. And
sir, you literally voted to go into Ukraine. You literally voted to go help Israel. The hypocrisy is strong with this one. The Republican-led House literally voted to go help Israel stop Hamas. What do you mean? Y'all literally entered yourselves into a war. Matt Gaetz, you literally sat there and didn't push any Democrats to vote against going into Ukraine. Are you never mind. Their lack of history shows every day.
When you got these folks competing for also ran status, it misses the forest for the trees. Right. We have to go battle against Joe Biden and a mechanized left that includes big tech and the media, and who knows what the modern incarnation of Zuckerbucks will be, or whatever new erosion of election integrity they may pursue. And so that's
because you pieces of shit don't know how to message. You assholes don't know how to galvanize people. You don't. You get the low base because you think you can control them. That's the problem. Say what you want about the left. They know how to message. They've done it so much. They got people that agree with them and they got people that don't agree with them following them. Because you guys don't offer a competent alternative, and all you do is bitch about fucking corporations that you're probably getting kickbacks off because you see these assholes and their lobbyists walking all through DC, and y'all don't go chase them down and tell them to go fuck off. You're sitting there giving them the soul brother handshake and sitting them like, listen, you want to go over and get some oysters? We've peeped the game already. You know, the woke crowd. We didn't peep that game. That's why when y'all be talking like this, we be laughing at you. We be like this here. We know the game. Y'all don't care. Vic Stat, thank you for the $5 super chat. You said, damn, bro, Matt looks like a cross between a Riddler and a Joker. Don't give him that much credit. Riddler was actually an intellectual. You think Trump will take Haley as VP to challenge Sister Girl? No, he should take Kristi Noem. I've been telling y'all that for the last year. He needs to take Kristi Noem. That's the only person that could go up against Kamami. He take anybody else, he lost. He takes DeSantis, we definitely not coming outside. And Trump knows he can't take DeSantis because he will fracture MAGA and he'd be done. As soon as Ron DeSantis says, I do accept your nomination for vice president of the United States, MAGA's done. They're going to call that man a traitor. They're going to start putting up the House of Cards memes. Can't do that. He's not taking Tim Scott. That base will never vote for a black VP again. Never. They saw it once and they saw the results. Nope. Not happening. He's not taking Nikki. Nikki's a warmonger. He don't want to do wars. You have two people diametrically opposed. She'd be fake with it. MAGA can't handle fake, even though their man is fake, but they can't handle more fake. And he ain't taking Vivek. You think MAGA won't take Tim Scott, and Tim Scott is actually accepted in MAGA. I know that's shocking to hear. And yes, I did see that he endorsed him yesterday. But he takes Vivek, boy. Dude, the memes that they would have ready for this man. Kristi Noem's the only person he could take and win. Only one. Again, she ran her own state, so she knows how to run a government. She's MAGA enough, but she knows how to dial it back when she talks to the media. She's feisty. You know how MAGA like feisty people. You know that. She's going to get killed on the NRA stuff, yes. And she's going to get killed on her affair stuff, yes. But MAGA didn't give a fuck because your man Trump was having affairs all over the place, and they still voted for him. So that's not going to be a disqualifier. That's the perfect candidate. She's a female Trump. He grabs him by the P, she grabs him by the D. It's perfect. You put them two letters together, you get PD. You know they love the cops, and you get DP because they love, you know what? Shit. Fucked up again. Back to the video because I was out of line.
What unity in the Republican Party can bring us greater operational capability on those fronts.
Right. Well, Congressman, I want to get your take on this. So Speaker Mike Johnson, who I had really high hopes for this guy, kind of letting me down a little bit. Hope he can turn it around, but he met.
It's almost like we told you this guy wasn't qualified, but y'all didn't care because you had to put somebody there. Okay.
With Biden. Listen to this.
There's a lot of, I think, thoughtful and deliberate discussion and debate that's gone into this. It's a complex issue. I don't think now is the time for comprehensive immigration reform because we know how.
Why does he look like the fall guy for any administration? You could plug him into any administration that fell in a scandal, and you ask him to go outside and try to play spin doctor.
How complicated that is. You can't do that quickly.
I'm sorry. Look, they've had the House for a year now, and it's not time for. They don't have a plan.
They never had a plan, sir. They never had a plan. When they won in 2022, they never had a plan. They couldn't even agree on who was going to be the speaker. You had your man sitting up there doing deals so he could get to be the speaker of the House, and he had no plan. The Republicans just wanted to be able to say that they have something over the Democrats. Dana Loesch told you, I don't care. I just want to win. I just want to win the House. I don't care about anything else. They had no plan. They just wanted to win.
Well, it's not like we don't know what to do. It's just the reimposition of the Trump policies. And during the year we've been in power, we passed H.R. 2. And one thing that I respect about Speaker Johnson is he hasn't whittled off of that. He hasn't indicated a willingness to take any less than H.R. 2. The problem is that we were willing to fund the rest of the government without dealing with the border. When I asked caucus goers in Iowa whether or not they
So why didn't you get somebody that was going to be hands-on with the border? They said, I want to be Speaker of the House and make sure we can close that border. Why didn't you get somebody that wanted to do that? Because y'all are making money off the border.
thought I should vote for more government funding in the absence of a closed border, they looked at me like I was nuts. Like, why would we ever surrender that leverage when not only is it the political high ground, it's the right thing to do. And it's a totally solvable problem if you institute remain in Mexico, safe third country, and the Title 42 authorities that were working to keep the flow down.
Well, but that's the problem is
Why didn't you assholes build the gate the first day
so many
you got
people
to
are in that
Congress? Why didn't you build the wall?
same boat that are in Iowa, myself included, where it's like, okay, great, you got the power of the purse. Let's do this. Let's do some slashing. Let's do some wall building. Let's do all this stuff and not fund a dime until we get at least some of the things that Republicans want. But yet every time that Republicans fall for this, like, hey, let's fund Ukraine and then we'll talk about the border later. Like, why do we keep falling for this?
Because y'all are dumb. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I should have said this.
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers.
Y'all don't know how to negotiate. .45 is the only person that you guys ever had, sans Reagan, who knew how to negotiate something and not give away all your leverage. Y'all don't have nobody in there that can negotiate a deal. Y'all let them Democrats bend over and show you the panty line, and y'all sit up there and say, okay, we'll give you what you want. Can you get us later? And they're like, why the fuck? Okay, fine. And then they get what they want, and then you're like, all right, let's talk about that. Like, nah, we good. We got what we want. They turned y'all into tricks. You guys are tricks. They told y'all to get back on the block. Go walk that street. Matt Gaetz, do you understand that you're underneath the squad, sir? You're underneath the squad. And them people don't know nothing about Congress. They don't know nothing going on out here. They prove it every day they go on TV and talk. They don't know nothing. But they got more power than you. They can go on NBC. They could go, hell, they could show up on Fox and it would make more. You're on Newsmax. Sir, you can't even get to C-SPAN. All right. Go ahead.
This is like watching a football team that specializes in the punt. Like, occasionally we have to try to throw a pass. We have to get in the end zone for our people, but it's punt after punt. Look, this border is the issue right now. We have to tackle that, and we have not used the power of the purse.
Since you want to play a football reference, okay, Matt, we play with you. Y'all are like the team that just runs the Wildcat all day. Anybody can run with the ball, but everyone ain't skilled enough to carry it for positive yardage. The way y'all act like y'all are looking at the 2000 Ravens defense and you can't do nothing. You take the ball this time. Okay, second down, and it's 2nd and 15. Okay, you're gonna take the ball now. Shit, now it's 3rd and 26. Okay, you're gonna take the ball. We should just pass it. No, we're going to run it up the middle. They're getting tired. And here comes Ray Lewis, right through the middle. Bowl your dumb ass over. And then when y'all finally get cute and y'all throw the ball, here come Ed Reed. Take the ball and take it back to the house. And then you got all your followers in the stadium looking at you like you don't know what the hell you're doing, but they still cheer for you because you're on their team.
Effectively, like, you know what legislative vehicle this is coming over on? The entire funding of the government will be an amendment to legislation about duck hunting. Okay, that doesn't strike me as a good way to fund the government or even legislate around duck hunting, for goodness sakes. We got to get back to regular order, and we got to get a team in place to do it.
Yeah, and the continuing resolutions is just kicking it further down the road. Congressman Matt Gaetz.
Wishbone shit. That's a little too intricate for him. Wildcat's easy. You just give the ball to somebody, you just hope you could protect the middle and you just let them go. Huh. Word. Hold on. I think I should still have it. I should still have it, right? Fuck. I probably don't have it. I don't have it no more. Damn. It was a clip I wanted to play for y'all. We'll do it. Well, I think I could search for it. No. Let me back up. Who remembers this clip? Who remembers that white teacher that got he got in trouble for saying the N-word to his students? Who remembers that? That was a great piece of tape. Yeah, this absolute legend. Who remembers this absolute legend?
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern in.
Who remembers this absolute legend? White people love this man. I'm sure his picture is right next to Jesus.
I've used it. I admit it. I put the H on it to emphasize it's nigga. You know, nigga this, nigga please, nigga. You know, can you lend a nigga a pencil?
Yeah. Duck hunting. Family, they're bringing up duck hunting. This is what I'm talking about. Duck hunting. Are they insane? Duck hunting. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing in 2024. This is what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about in 2024. Duck hunting. Lord have mercy. Something wrong with these people, boy. Look at this here. This is what they talking about on Newsmax. This is what they talking about on Newsmax. Duck hunting. Duck hunting. One more time, family. This is a hell of a game, boy. This is what Matt Gaetz was sitting here talking about. Duck hunting. Oh my God. Hang on. This is the people who said Julio and Jamal gonna run to. This is the people.
I use nigga. I've used it. I admit it. I put the H on it to emphasize it's nigga. You know, nigga this, nigga please, nigga. You know, can you lend a nigga a pencil?
This is the dude. This is the dude. This is who MAGA wants us to align with. People who can't grasp a basic article that is in big print from the New York Post. They can't figure out that affirmative action dropping 7 months ago was going to cause everything to trickle down to the street level. They just worried about college. We got an easy way to get into college now. Everybody's going to be equal. Everything's going to be meritorious. And what happened? Are black people mad about it? I'm sure there's some are, but majority of us, we don't care. Latinos, have Latinos been upset? Not that I've heard. And I know how to listen for certain words and Latino phrases. They haven't said nothing. They keep it moving. White people were rubbing their hands like Birdman because they already knew that it was going to fall and they already had the loophole ready. Native Americans, okay, we're going to have to boost our own. I mean, hell, Biden's giving us money anyway for our institutions. We might as well take it and build up our own. AAPI is the only one who went outside and had a bitch fest. They're the only ones. And they went crazy. But when you point that out, now they act brand new. And you got them white folk who still want to give them sex, running interference for them. Even when you don't bring up race, they make it about race, but then they love Dr. King. By the way, family, before we go, we got to end y'all off on a laughing note. Remember what I said earlier about Tatum Tots?
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern in
family. Do you understand? Like I said to y'all earlier, for those who didn't hear it, they're recirculating this classic moment again. But remember when I posted up that he's being buck broken right in front of our eyes, motherfuckers try to tell me that that we're wrong. He based. Almost 500,000 views later, they're still trying to tell me he based. Okay. He's so based, he let Hotep Jesus spin cycle him into a conversation about Ahmaud Arbery, thinking that he agreed with him. And then Hotep Jesus was like, listen, that was kind of fucked up the way they killed that man, regardless of how you think the situation played out and whatever blame you could put on that young man. He still shouldn't have died like that. And Brandon Tatum didn't like that too tough. And we all remember this classic moment. Fair use. We're not even going to put it on 1.25. We want to hear everything in his normal voice.
They created you the fakest nigga I ever seen in my life. They created the crime bill. I see you in person. They created the crime bill. What you said to me. They created. I'm done, bro. You a fake nigga. I appreciate it. Fake, bro. I'm gonna expose you to everybody. When I see you, nigga, we gonna be. It's gonna be on. I want you to know that when you call me on the phone and you saying all this, and then you get on the live stream and you playing.
Watch the nigga Uncle Hotep above Brandon Tatum.
Is that black on black crime? Is that black on black crime? You's a bitch. I told you. Everybody on your live stream know you's a bitch, and when I see you, I'm whooping your ass.
Look at Uncle Hotep.
You want to be hood, nigga? You want to be hood? You on the phone talking shit to me, and you call me and saying you apologize? Yeah, nigga. I never apologized. You apologize? I never apologized.
Look at the black woman right there, Antonia Okafor. She can't believe this just happened. And Bryson Gray over there trying to agree with this man. Brandon Tatum talking about facts. Negro, white people put you in the spin cycle for the last 6 months. Huh? But when I said he was being broken in real time, I knew they were eventually going to put this back up. Oh, by the way, Brandon, remember how you said that? Let me take this off. Brandon, before we get up out of here, family, because he's part of that white contingent. He white adjacent. Brandon, remember when you said that the cops in Uvalde did a great job? They did all they could. Remember that? Oh, yeah, we all remember you saying that. Torian, are you still in the building? I know you have your premiere or live. I'm not sure which is which. I don't know if you pre-recorded it, but I think you should do this story Monday. I think you should do a live stream on this. Family, Brandon Tatum, remember when I said you were being broken in real time? Because I'm sure somebody sent this to you. Looks like I was right again.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern in.
I want y'all to take a look at this article that came out yesterday. Remember how you said the cops did a great job? They did all they could. Seems like the powers that be don't think so. Grand jury called to investigate flawed police response to Uvalde shooting. Do you understand that they're thinking about indicting them cops? I'm going to splice this out and make this a separate video that will be uploaded tomorrow. We saw that. We're going to probably get that as well. A special grand jury first convened Friday in Uvalde will investigate law enforcement's delayed response to Texas's deadliest school shooting to determine whether criminal charges can be filed against officers, the Uvalde Leader News first reported. 12 people were selected to serve on the jury in Texas's 38th Judicial District Court. Jurors will meet around twice a month to hear testimony from witnesses of the May 24th, 2022 shooting at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde. The attack deleted 19 students and 2 teachers and injured 17 others. Remember, this is Matthew McConaughey's district. This is where he's from. So don't be surprised if he comes up to talk on behalf of the Uvalde community. Uvalde County District Attorney Christina Mitchell will also present her case to the jury, which will make a recommendation to her at the end of their investigation. The DA will then decide whether to pursue criminal charges against some of the nearly 400 law enforcement officers who responded to the scene. The DA's office did not respond to a request for comment and has not said who may be facing criminal charges. On Thursday, the Justice Department released a long-awaited report detailing law enforcement's bungled response to the shooting. Shit. And this is a Texas newspaper saying this. So even they know they fucked up. But Brandon Tatum told the entire world they did the best job that they could. The report criticized the, quote, lack of urgency demonstrated by former Uvalde School District Police Chief Pete Arredondo and Uvalde Police Department Acting Chief Mariano Pargas, who both arrived at the school within minutes of the first round of shots fired. The report also named Uvalde County Sheriff Ruben Nolasco, Uvalde County Constables Emmanuel Zamora and Johnny Field, and an unidentified Texas Ranger as officers who did not question Arredondo and Pargas's response. Quote, we've been calling for accountability, so hearing news of a grand jury convening, especially following the release of the DOJ's report, feels like a step in the right direction, says Kimberly Mata-Rubio on Friday evening. Mata-Rubio's 10-year-old daughter Lexi was deleted in the shooting, and she's since been a fierce advocate for gun reform. I am glad people are finally seeing the truth. Our children, those two teachers, were failed. Federal officials did not directly answer whether any officers responding to the shooting should face criminal charges. U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland said he would leave that to the local district attorney because the Justice Department only has jurisdiction over federal crimes. Kirk Burkhalter, professor of law at the New York Law School, said he suspects that law enforcement officers could face 3 possible criminal charges: manslaughter, criminally negligent homicide, and abandoning or endangering a child. Burkhalter believes that Chief Pete Arredondo will be the primary target of the grand jury's investigation. You can't have this report that points the finger so harshly at the chief of police and all the multiple failures of law enforcement where deaths occur and not impanel a grand jury to further investigate this and see if criminal charges are warranted, Burkhalter said. The DA began her criminal investigation into police failure shortly after the shooting and initially indicated that it would be completed by the end of November 2022. She later told the Associated Press that the investigation would continue into 2024. Although the convening of this grand jury comes one day after the release of the DOJ report, plans to convene the jury began last year, the Uvalde Leader News reported. Hey, Brandon and white folk, it's funny y'all kept talking about this STEM program and this happened and I didn't see nothing yesterday. Not now one of you white people wanted to talk about this. Why didn't you engage white folk and have that conversation? You so worried about a motherfucking STEM program in New York City where most of y'all are not even living. But kids were deleted and y'all just said, okay, it happened and we move on. Now the DOJ came back with the report. And I guess you're going to say it's them liberals again, right? Even Texas, that big ass red state, said they fucked up. But nah, I'm sure black people were involved. Yeah, y'all would have said something. Y'all were more vocal about Buffalo than Uvalde. But anyway, family, I got to get ready to go plantation. So I'd like to thank y'all for being here. This was fun. If you learned something, I've done my job. If not, I will try to be better next time. So I will probably see y'all on Monday for talks. I'm not sure what we're going to talk about yet. Might be a chill stream. I ain't sure. I'll figure it out by tonight. But this was fun. It was fun. And just to leave y'all with this, I hope what you've seen in these 2 hours have shown you that you have to remain ever vigilant out here and make sure you know everything that goes on in this world, because people will try to spin it for their own narrative. The only thing you can't spin is the truth. You can spin stats all you want, can't spin the truth. You can't spin through. We don't do that, but they like to belittle what we go through. But we're going to leave it there. So I'm going to get up out of here. Y'all take care, stay safe. And you know what to do when the agents of chaos come to mess up your existence.